welcome to another TerranScapes video. Today I wanted to take a moment to show you a couple pieces that I've sort of given a little update to, just to bring them in line with some of the other pieces that I'm producing currently. One of the things I want to talk to you about today was the bridges that I do. In the past, the bridges have been cast in a plastic, like a resin plastic, for the sides, and then I've actually done wood decking before, where each piece was individually laid down. As you can imagine, that takes quite a bit of time, so I thought instead that I would start casting the bridge decks. And so what I've done is I've cast it as it's a little over 5¼ inches wide. So I think it's almost 5½ inches, so that should give plenty of movement for large blocks of troops. And then I can cut it down or adjust it, you know, it's cast for the full length bridge, which is a little over 6 inches wide here, 6 inches long, I should say. And giving you a quick look at this one first, so you can get a sense that what I've done is I've tried to preserve all of the detail of the wooden planks that I was originally hand cutting and gluing together. And I think the mold actually picked up a lot of that detail very well. So overall, it sort of gives a nice, simple bridge. It's a little bit faster for me to produce, but maintains most of that detail. All of it, I should say. One of the things, though, that I did when I did these bridges, and since I've been working with some weathering powders recently and really interested in exploring them more about how they add quite a bit of effects to it, I thought I would try it out on the bridge. And this one, I added in the powders, sort of, let's see here, added it to the deck, and it's really given it a little bit of a dusty, worn look. I like the overall appearance. I think it's something that I'm going to be adding to more pieces as time goes on, wherever I see that a little bit more time, a little bit more wear, a little more depth to the piece can be added. I recently picked up another set of MIG powders. Those are the ones I'm using mostly because it was convenient to sort of search them out and purchase, and that's given me a little bit more of a range of colors to work from. So those are the bridges. So now they have a cast deck. The second thing that I wanted to show you, I should talk to the camera, is the new scree hill. So I recently took a look at the scree hill, and I had an order for one, and I realized that I never really liked the old scree hill. It was kind of a quick attempt, and what I had done is I previously just sloped one of the sides down, added gravel to it, and sort of used that as an interim piece. But I felt like it didn't really represent the way a hill would erode. And now technically, if you look at scree hills online, what you're really looking at most often are talus slopes, which is the crumbling rock that comes off of a mountain that cascades into a pile and is loose and sort of accumulated aggregate, and hence some of the rules and games for scree hills where it's difficult to move up and down it, that idea. That's not really easy to represent on a hill like this. So what I've done instead is, since it's not of a mountain, I thought I'd rather represent it as an erosional feature. So I still have the slope and I still have the aggregate gravel on it, but what I've done is I've just cut it down a little bit and given it a little bit of a lip to show that it's sort of caving away from the piece. And I think that adds just enough realism to make it sort of believable that I don't know if you're aware of any glacial geology, but here in New England, a lot of large deposits were left when the glaciers receded, and often those are filled with lots of varying size stones that have been accumulated as the glacier moves. I always have to have a story that explains what's going on with this piece if it's to be believable at all, and that's sort of what I'm trying to emulate here. This hill is a sort of composite pile of gravel and boulders and cobble, and then as time has eroded it, that inner content is being revealed. I also added a little extra size to the hill, and this is probably going to be about its standard size now. Ooh, I don't know what this is. This is, let's see, we're looking at it. It's about 1 foot long and about 10 inches wide. So this is a pretty substantial hill, but the reason that I added a little extra size to it is I really wanted to put in a couple of those spots that kind of give that sense of the content of the hill as being a little bit more complete rather than just having one spot that's open and it sort of looks like an add-on to it. So this way, and it also preserves a lot of playing surface area on the top, so you can put large massed amounts of troops on there to be able to hold the hill, so to speak, and defend some of those more difficult slopes to come up. Of course, the entire hill could be played as a scree hill as well. You don't have to just make these spots, but I think it adds a little variety to have isolated spots that are wide enough that it's going to affect a significant portion of the hill for movement, but still retain perhaps some options for more easy access, more defendable side on the other side. So anyway, just a quick couple updates just to show you as I go through orders and as I see more and more pieces that need work, I'll pick them up as they come along and dress them up a little bit, and anytime I make any improvements, of course I'll put up a video and show you what's the current look for them. So hopefully you enjoy this quick look, and look forward to future videos. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Talk to you later.